I'm Janis Baiza, and today I will talk about user statistics. So I'm a developer, but on a regular basis, eazyBI developers are working as a technical support engineers as well. And time to time, we have to use our cloud user statistics to see data about reports and also import performance to see what's going on, how our largest eazyBI instance is performing, and what we can improve. And today I will share you insight into user statistics or how to analyze eazyBI with eazyBI. I will tell what is user statistics, how to analyze report and import data using it, and a bit how to administer it. So now let's see what is user statistics. So every report execution, every import is an event, and it has its own attributes like account, where the report was executed, when it was executed, by whom executed, and this information is collected, and when the user statistics is enabled, it is stored into a separated eazyBI account. And then you can analyze those stored data with eazyBI. So, and let me share some complaints and questions about eazyBI reports you or your coworkers could have faced. So, one of frequently asked, my reports are slow. So, but there could be many reasons why reports are slow. Maybe it's just one report with bad calculation. Maybe they are slow in one or few accounts because of some huge calculations or huge amount of issues. Or maybe it's a general jury instance problem. I'm getting errors in my reports, like timeout errors or different errors. So how we know? We just received the email with one attachment. How we can see which report it was, whether it was just once or regular errors? Or there is a question that Jira is getting slow, so maybe eazyBI reports are impacting it. Or the last one, so we are migrating to Jira Cloud or to another Jira instance and would like to clean up eazyBI so that it get rid of stuff. So let me show you how it looks and what we can get from. Sorry, is it working? Hopefully it will work. Okay. In Zoom still is visible? Okay, good. So this is a user statistic queue. There are a few common dimensions like account and time-related dimensions, time, hour, and weekday. And for report executions, there are some data available for you as well, like report itself, report location, whether it was executed directly from eazyBI or eazyBI dashboard, or maybe Jira dashboard or Confluence page. The report type, whether it was table, bar, line chart, user who executed the report. If it was eazyBI dashboard, then you can also see which dashboard it was, and the cube type itself, whether it was Jira data, SQL data, or REST API data. And now I would like to show some samples. Those are already available for you when you enable user statistics, like regular Jira import. Also, here are created some sample reports. For example, top slow reports. So you can see information about reports ordered by average execution duration, see how frequently the report is executed, how many users are using it, and whether the report is ended with an error. and to see. So here we are like seeing just a report list, but we can also use property, report site or account, and we can see whether those flow reports are on one account or they are coming from multiple accounts, and this could be more general problem. So it seems in my instance there is just one account where the problem is occurring. So, and we can use this go to source option, similar as in Jira. You can go to Jira issue. Here you can go to the particular eazyBI report. It seems it's working fine now, but maybe it's slower than after imports or some other time. But so yeah, you can try to look at it, try to debug yourself, or export definition and send to your consultant or eazyBI support for help. Next question about report errors. So there is a sample report, reports with errors, and you can see ordered by report executions, and you can see information how many times the report has failed. So, but we received email from our coworker at some particular day, so we can use page filter to get to this day and look what's happened on this day. So still there are multiple reports with errors, so we can use additional filters. For example, user dimension, and just look for our coworker that complained, and voila, we see that that day there was one report executed by this user, and both times it failed. So we can also go to this report and look what's there. It seems we have some performance problem, and still going. Yeah, I have decreased query timeout. I don't want slow running reports on my instance. So yeah, but still you can try to find out what the error was and how to fix it. So then the question about Jira performance and maybe eazyBI is impacting it. So we can try to look at report execution count, and actually that was a case for some of improvements Raymond showed earlier today. We faced problems with the performance on our cloud instance when at particular time each day there was a crash. So we checked what was executed, from where it was executed, and we found out that the problem is with the Jira dashboard items. So we also here can look, there is like report dimension, location dimension. We move it and select report location, and here as well we see that most of those reports are executed for gadget dashboard or embedded dashboard. So it could be that those reports are shown somewhere in the hallway on large monitors, executed quite frequently. And there you see there is even one report that is executed 20 seconds. So maybe that could be the problem. So that is what already showed today. So this report collapse feature in dashboards. So you can collapse those reports, especially slow running ones, save dashboard, and they will not execute every time when the dashboard is refreshed. Similar, you can hide this dashboard in the Jira dashboard. So you can change and choose collapse option, save, and the report after reload report or dashboard is collapsed. Yeah, it will be in the 6.5. In cloud it's already, but it will be in next version available also on server. So yeah, so no report execution, but if a user needs, so you can put eazyBI report on most used Jira dashboard, and if someone will need those data, he can just expand and all reports will be loaded. And the last about report data, so cleanup. So we can check sample report top active accounts. They are ordered by report execution. And here we can see that there are even 2 accounts that haven't any execution. And there is one account irregular. For my instance, that also have quite small number of report executions with just 1 active user. So we can use drill across function to see which user it is. And then we can contact him and ask, do you need this account? Maybe we can just delete it. No need to give additional load during imports and so on. And similar, we can use top executed report report, just not using top 20 reports, but bottom 20 reports, and also like restrict only this year. And we see in some reports without executions that maybe could be deleted and not used anymore. And in terms of cleanup, we can go in further. So quite a lot time there was like doubt in you whether I can delete my calculated member. Is it used? So we told no, you can easily press button delete and then we will show whether it's used or no. So but still it's but what will happen? So therefore we listen to you, and now you can see that there is information that this particular member isn't used in any report. So we can either convert it to report measure or delete, get rid of it. I have second one. So it's used just in 1 report. So we can check this 1 report. So maybe it's not used anymore else. Just open a report and go find this measure. And yeah, it's used only in this report. So we can convert it to report specific measure. So it was moved from user defined to report specific and not disturb other coworkers. Yes?
Is there a way that you could show us when you're looking at the measures by circling the box, measures that aren't used at all?
Not yet,
Yeah.
Some idea that maybe help. Yeah, so therefore in the future, so we recommend start with report specific, so not create master. Probably the issue is that as previously it was not possible, there are hundreds of shared measures.
We're getting there.
So, and one important step, as we converted this measure to report specific measure, don't forget to save report or you will lose your measure. So that's about reports. Now let's see what we can see about import data. And for import, there are also some additional information available, like the source itself, whether it's Jira, SQL data, or REST API. So the source is like the import itself and the application, and source type is like SQL or Jira. Source unit, we will look at it shortly, but this will provide information about what was imported, like projects, issues, or rows from SQL data. And the import type, it's whether it was full import, incremental import, or process events in cloud. So unfortunately, we don't have any import related sample reports provided automatically, but preparing this presentation, I imagine that we could add those reports I'm showing also as some samples for you already pre-made. So this, forgot, sorry. Questions from customers or coworkers. our reports don't show latest issue changes. As you can see, there is like, so we have this time icon on reports if it's put on a Jira dashboard. So you can see that the data were imported 3 hours ago, but maybe user knows that it should be every 10 minutes imported. So why the data aren't there? So I'm getting report timeout errors. So as we discussed previously, each import will invalidate report cache, and first executions will take more time than next ones. And yeah, it's hard to see information about overall status in one place. So therefore, answers to your questions. Overall import summary. So you can see account. You can see what kind of data there were imported, like Jira or SQL data. In the next version, actually, also one thing that we made ourselves for our cloud instance to see how big accounts are in our cloud instance. So there will be property size of the database. So also you can check the accounts with most largest accounts, and maybe it's possible to reorganize them. Then there is import count, how many times import was performed. So like you can like restrict by time. Then there is average import duration, and also you can add information about errors and or how many times the import was cancelled. And then there is even more information about import steps. As I previously told, there is this source unit dimension, and we can see detailed information about Jira import process. So you can see about detailed information about issue import, project import, and if there are like other apps imported, then also some information about them. So for example, how many times it was imported, how much time it took from the total import time, and how many units were imported, like issues, projects, or X-ray tests. And also for each of those steps, you can see which part of it took most of the time. So that was overview, but sometimes it's better to shrink down information visible on the screen to get to the real point. Therefore, I created top slow imports report, similar as top slow reports. So where information is ordered by import duration. So in my instance, we can see that there is one import that takes almost an hour. So maybe that could be the reason why the data isn't refreshed for other accounts and for this particular as well. So then we can check those import frequencies. So maybe there are many imports running quite often. They could add additional load to our Jira instance. They could invalidate report cache that will add even more load on Jira or eazyBI child process, slow down our reports. So yeah, maybe we should check import frequency. And the last one, imports is errors. So as well, we can see that there is one particular account that is giving us quite a lot of errors. So we can go. So this is account dimension. So if we go to source, we will go to this account, but also there is source dimension used, and we will go directly to the source data tab, and voila, there is error in my import as well. So it says that there is some kind of JavaScript error. So maybe we can look at our JavaScript code and fix it already, or maybe eazyBI support help will be needed. So to wrap up, what are next steps about imports? if we saw slow imports, so maybe there are slow JavaScript calculations that are slowing all down, or maybe there are Jira calculated custom fields used that are using some external source. So we have seen also some customers that are using custom fields that are SQL queries. So each time eazyBI imports that issue, it will issue query to the database, and for 1,000 issues, the import took more than 1 hour each time. So yeah, maybe there are Jira database performance issues or eazyBI database performance issues that causes slowness. So, and also Diana mentioned import profiling. So you can turn it on, and there will be visible information about steps, how long time it took, and also some additional information about custom fields, which custom field took how much time, and you can maybe already see the problem. Import frequency. So eazyBI allows for on server up to 10-minute import, but does really your users need to import data every 10 minutes? Maybe they look at those reports every hour or just twice per day. So therefore, we suggest checking and matching those needs with real import frequencies. And also, as Diana mentioned, there is option to restrict that user can't change more frequent than 1 hour, or maybe just every 6 hours, so that don't give additional load on the server. And about errors also, so fix those errors, or if it's not possible to find the cause, and consult with partners or us for help. And last one thing I would like to talk about is how to enable user statistics and how to administer it. So in Jira Server, you go to eazyBI settings, and in additional tab, there will be user statistic checkbox. For Jira Cloud, it will be under General tab in Site Settings. In case of server, the statistics will be starting collecting right after you enable this checkbox. In cloud, as I already told, we ourselves collecting those data for our own monitoring purposes, so that you will be able to see your historical data already within 1 hour after enabling user statistics. A new account in account list will be available, and it will be first one in the list, and it will be available to the Jira and eazyBI administrators. And some sample report related reports will be created, and also sample dashboard will be there. But as I saw, we will think about creating some import related reports as well. And similar as with other eazyBI accounts, you can add user access to this user statistics account as well, based on users or Jira user groups. To wrap up, so user statistics could be the first place to look for the information, maybe even before checking log files. So you can find errors in reports and imports. You can use it to find unused items and clean up your instance, and to monitor import and report performance as well. Thank you.